Welcome to my channel, artists. Today we are going to be making relief landscapes with clay. Step number 1, roll a slab. To roll a slab, you're going to notice that I'm smacking it on the table. That kind of just helps it get a little bit flatter before I start. So you're going to see that it also helps get a little bit of the air bubbles out, so I kind of smack each side. And then I'm going to take a rolling pin to roll it. One thing you need to worry about with a rolling pin is that actually you might roll it too thin. So you'll notice I'm going to take 2 pencils and make sure that my rolling pin stays on top of those pencils, and that keeps my clay from getting too thin as I work. So here you can see I am rolling that clay slab, keeping it on top of my pencils to keep the slab nice and thick. Step number 2 is to cut a circle. I have circles for you to trace, and you can take that wooden pencil or a knife tool, and you're going to draw or cut that circle around there, making sure that you're cutting neatly and carefully through your clay. Now we are ready for step number 3, draw a tree. So I'm going to take the wooden stylus tool and I'm actually going to draw a tree shape with Ys. If you're in my classroom, you have seen me draw these Y-shaped trees. And then step number 4, we are going to make slip. Slip is simply clay mixed with water. It turns into like a glue-like substance. So I'm going to take my a little bit of clay and a little bit of water and kind of smash it together with my tool in a little jar to make slip. Forwarding through that step a little bit, you can see that I'm ready for step 5. I'm to roll some coils. So I'm going to roll a long thin tube or snake-like shape of coil. I'm going to do multiple at one time so that I am ready for all of the coils that I might need for the project. We are ready for step 6. Attach coils. To attach coils, we're going to use a technique called slip and score. The score part is what you see here where I'm like making little lines. The lines are supposed to make tiny little X's all throughout it. I'm going to put an X on, or lines and scoring on every single area where I'm going to add my tree. I'm also, when I'm finished with the lines on the slab, I'm going to be adding the scoring lines to my coils. So you can see I am measuring how long the coil is going to be. I'm going to pop it off and I'm going to make those scoring lines across my coil. I'm going to do that for every single one of my coils to make sure that it is ready to go. The slipping technique is the next step. For slip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab what you see there, which looks like some watery glue paste. It's just clay and water mixed together, and I'm going to put it on with both the coil that has the scoring and the slab. And then I'm going to take the edge of my clay tool and I'm going to smash down the edge to smooth it or finish connecting it to my slab to fully connect it. Once I have finished one side, I'm going to do the other side and then smooth it down with my finger so it doesn't have those little funny marks in it, and I am ready to add my next coil. I'm going to do this process throughout the entire slab, scoring and then slipping and then connecting those edges to finish my entire artwork. Now that I have finished adding my coils, I am ready for step number 7, stamp patterns. For my project, I thought it'd be fun to stamp a different pattern in each of those low areas of my relief sculpture. So some different ways that you can stamp patterns. You can take that wooden tool and stamp little polka dots in it. You can scratch, you can find other parts of tools, maybe tools that have lines in them or curved areas, making sure that each of those patterns looks interesting. You don't want to poke a hole all the way through, so be gentle and think about what do you want each pattern to look like, what would look nice, and add patterns to all the different parts of your artwork to make it look interesting and exciting. I hope you have enjoyed making clay art with us today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all the fun and fantastic things that we are doing in the art classroom. What will you create?